Qapla! Warriors of the Empire! And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Mod. I'm Admiral Tirak of the Dreadnought Dower Slayer, which we need to come up with a better name for, because Dower Slayer? Ugh, doesn't feel Klingon to me. Slayer, sure, but Dower? Not so much. Whenever I think Dower, I think that one of those, like, English whatevers, nannies and such things. In any event, we have purchased our first C9XM Dreadnought. A C9 for a small-ish Dreadnought. There's much bigger ones, including the B-10 battleships and the B-11s, which are monstrously huge. And X, meaning it's an X-type variant. It has the X-Phaser 1 upgrade. And the M is a... let's see if I can remember this. I'm going to guess a Merv rack upgrade, I think. I think that's what really drew me to it. And I will double-check in the ship builder, or the shipyard thingy. I'm totally spacing on words. Wow. Today was not a great day to start recording. But Merv-type missile racks, and Mervs are awesome. I love them. They're fantastic, and they are invented by the Merak, as many great things in this game are. What the Merv does is it flies out. Once it hits a certain distance from your ship, it splits out into 6 missiles. So a Type 4, which normally does 24 damage, does 4 damage each, but it's because there's 6 of them. And then a Type 1 will deal 2 damage. So, pretty nice. The idea is that you can just absolutely flood their anti-missile defense system. Sure, you're not dealing as much damage per missile, but the number of missiles that you put out will overwhelm whatever they can take. So, B-10X, we can't afford you. A whole bunch of Mauler battleships. Yes, they built Maulers into battleships, which is really cool. And I've always wanted to get one. But I don't really know how Maulers work all that. Yeah, C9XM has Merv-equipped drone racks. And it's got one Merv launcher right here, a 6 missile launcher here, and they had to take out a couple of racks to make room for the V-type, so it's only an A-type here, because the extra reloads have to be set up for the Vs. Something like that. Anyway, enough faffing about. We are all equipped and ready to rock, so let's head out into space. Let's go to combat, to war. Take on our first patrol with our brand new not battleship, Dreadnought. Important distinction. Red alert. And we will now jump over to the Dower Slayer and start putting on power. We need to put you at half. This is something we will have to remember from before. You down to zip. ECM off, please, so I can get an idea of how fast my cruising combat speed. That was too much. So that's our cruising combat speed. And it is 15, 17 maybe? I think 17. Double check the power. Don't shoot the frigate yet. Well, my command, please. We are being squared off against a little tiny frigate. Wonderful. Just how you want to start a shakedown cruise of your brand new Dreadnought. Although, one of the things I am noticing is that despite the fact that it is an X-tier Dreadnought, it does not have light shields all around, which actually makes it weaker than our old X-type ships. Yeah, we can maintain a speed of 17 in this while charging all weapons, and we will throw out the reinforcement now. Did we prep a Weasel while I wasn't working? We were prepping both things. Huh. It's not a bad decision. Transporters, please. He's already shooting at you. Medical supplies. That's right. We need assistance from the doctors. Oh, and one really fun, interesting thing. We have 5 anti-missile racks. Got to get a little bit closer, but I don't want my front shield to drop. I want one of my side shields to do so that I may do that. Excellent. Alrighty. So we will now set you to narrow target focus, so that we can keep fire concentrated here. I don't want to blow him up yet. I don't know what causes him to blow up. Wrong button. Although you will get a chance to see the Merv in action. It's a lot of firepower and all of it wasted. And look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Die. Just die. They've taken light damage from all that. So a Dreadnought firing everything it had into you was only able to cause light damage. And your frigate. Now the scatter pack is ready. Let's open up with a triple missile. I want to save the ARAX a bit because there's fewer missiles in the ARAX. And if I don't have to use a MIRV, I'm not going to. Select the disruptors. Put them on hardpoint 1. And all the missiles are going to go off target. That's okay. Disruptors are lined up and ready. How's the arc on them? Wow, the nose ones can shoot pretty much all around, and the side ones are very narrow. So you can see this. Oh, that's X phasers. Yeah, but still, this is the frontal one. It has a huge radius. Oh, crap. Quickly... off. Okay. I think we gotta kill it. I really do. I thought I selected this. That wasn't able to do it. There it went. The core exploded. But we got the important stuff off. And that's what counts. We stole the medical supplies from the people who were trying to fight a warp core breach. Yeah, that's us in a nutshell. 9490. Not really a great thing, but what did you expect? They still have a planet! And what is this? Is this like a black hole? It could be. I mean, there is a black hole terrain in this game. And black holes suck everything into them, so you try to avoid them. If you get pushed into a black hole, well, you're in trouble. And quickly hop over to the Dower Slayer. We're doing this again. ECM off. Shuttle conversion. Just a scatter pack. Good. Power up to our cruising speed of 17. And shut off the reinforcement just for a second to see if I got this done right. Come on. Come on. Reach. There we go. Do we actually have more power? Ooh, we might be able to maintain 18. That's interesting. Yeah, because when I shut it off the other time, ECM doesn't immediately drop its power off. It slowly slides out. And so I guess that's what happened there. Yep, there's the black hole. We can't see it because it's behind us, and there's no free cam. Like, you can lock it so it'll just look forward, or you can lock it to a target, but there's no just fully open free cam. So we will go up to maximum reinforce at our cruising speed of 18. Nice. Scatter pack is ready. The Vengeance firing at maximum range because the XO that I left in charge of that ship obviously never paid any attention to what I tried to teach him. Okay. You're out. Now the reason we're firing him out is because these missiles are worth less, but if he shoots them, that means he's wasted more firepower on less damage, which is what we want him to do. And he stopped. And then we're going to soar in nice and tight and close. And our missile launchers can't fire yet because we were too close. They need some distance built in there. Adding in a couple of more missile fire. And another MIRV. I love MIRVs. I adore them so much. I want them to be on more ships. And one of the fun things that Orion Pirates Plus did do is that it puts the MIRV on more ships. Because in Starfleet Battles, which is what this game is based on, the MIRV was on a lot more ships than just like 2 or 3 X-types. Speaking of Starfleet Battles, that brings out one of my only criticisms of this mod, and that is that all of the Dreadnoughts look essentially the same. Which I know, that's true to form. In Starfleet Battles, all these Dreadnoughts pretty much look the same as heavy cruisers, except bigger. Which to me feels kind of dumb. I know the argument in favor for it is, yeah, it's kind of realistic, because if you look at a Ticonderoga and an Arleigh Burke, they kind of look the same. Those are real-world ships from the U.S. Navy. But I'm not a huge fan of that because I like variety. I'm a sucker for variety. That's one of the reasons I love this mod so much, is because it does offer so much more variety than what we're normally used to. We're normally used to seeing essentially only, I think it's like 8 ships per faction, and Starfleet Command Orion Pirates Plus mod adds in a ton more. The Federation fleet especially gets just so many wonderful, cool ship designs, and the admittedly kind of crappy light cruiser design, but it adds so much to the game, and I adore that. But the Dreadnoughts for the Klingons, and there are many Dreadnoughts for the Klingons, they've got C6s and C8s and C9s and B10s and 11s, and they all look the same. And I kind of don't like that. Because in the original Orion Pirates game, the actual expansion pack itself, there was more variety there. And there was more different Dreadnought designs that looked different, and I think it would have been cooler if they decided to take a little bit of creative license with it and say, yeah, this isn't technically how it is in the game, but we're updating it just a bit to give you some more visual options. Now, some people may hate that idea. They may think it's absolute blasphemy to even attempt that, but that's just how I feel about it. But other than that, this mod is amazing. This game is great, and everybody should play it. Even now, well after the game came out, everybody should play this game. Until we get another one. Until we get the updated version with even more cool stuff. Which, some game studio, come on, pick it up. This would be amazing. People want games like this, I think. I mean, the closest thing we've gotten is Battlefleet Gothic, and that's more about fleet control than it is about, you know, anything else. Deselect the missiles. And in keeping with our policy of die, fighters, die. Ooh, this is going to be tight. I think he got the Merv. And yeah, we are definitely focusing on these fighters because these fighters have been the bane of existences before. Okay, so they've both wild weaseled, which I feel is a mistake. Oh, he's an XTD. That's interesting. So he is a full-on X-ship. He has X-ship weaponry. Yep, G2. G2 is a nasty, nasty thing in this game. What it stands for is Gatling Phaser 2. And if you think that sounds somewhat innocuous, it is not. A Gatling Phaser 2 is pretty much a Phaser 1 that shoots like a Gatling Phaser, so each hard point is worth 4 shots. At ranges that a Phaser 1 shoots. I love Mervs. So, yeah, that's terrifying. Like, this little destroyer has given me pain. And not an insignificant amount of it either. To the point where really I should be reinforcing all around. You're punching through everywhere, aren't you? He's taking out my Merv launcher, which I'm not happy about. I do need to get this nose around. Unfortunately, it would take 66% chance of failure to try. We got more holes in him. I need to get this nose away and crash stop. I think you'll have to fly over me. It is going to be painful while you do it, but... Did you... Wow. He stopped on a dime there. I need to get this thing around. I don't want to lose it so soon after getting it. We won't patch you. We will patch you, and then you. Because at this range, the Merv is not going to be super decisive. Just kind of decisive. And we're going to launch that and hope that things work out. He's going to shoot them down. How are you doing? You've come in front of me, so I'm going to focus you just a little bit. Because I hate you. Combat. Capture. That's not happening. Oh, he's trying a lot of missiles. Is he going to dump? Yeah, he dumped. He went with a weasel. So we're just shoving a ton of missiles out, because missiles are the future, man. This is how Klingons will really do their damage in the next generation. Oh, wait. More punching through. Now, the one advantage we have over him is armor. We are much, much better armored than he is. Of course, by now he's probably shot through all the armor. I mean, look at all the number of systems that we've lost in this little dogfight, I guess. And he's going to get some Hellbore shots on me, isn't he? I hate the Hellbore. It's such a good gun. There we go. Okay, so the XDD is out. Now we're just down to an OVX who is really ripping the crap out of my out of my Dreadnought here. It's not cool, man. Utterly decimating me. But we still have systems online, and we still are robust, as only Dreadnoughts and battleships are. Able to take tons of firepower and still keep going. Oh my god, that's where all my power's been going. Ah. It's like, wow. Although we have taken a ton of system damage on that front, because we used to have something like, what, 70? Punching through his open side. Keep patching the engines. He's starting to struggle a bit, I hope. I mean, we are dealing some pretty serious damage through his holes. He's lost 1, 2, 3, 4 shields. He's only got 2 left. Now he's getting mined. That is one of the most painful things to have to go through, because you watch them transported onto you, especially after you've fired, and you can do nothing about it. We're going to slow down a bit, refund some of the power that we desperately need. And do I have any phasers on this port side? I do. How are you in terms of capturing? Still out of the league of what I would want to bother trying. Like, I could order a full-on capture attempt, but I think it would be better if we just shot you until you died. Which you're almost dead, so that works out for everybody. Perfect, huh? Bring the starboard phasers to bear. There they go. And I don't think that missile's going to make it through in time. That's the MIRV, too. So it took out all 6 missiles. And there we go. Whew. That was a fight. Bit of a palaver there. But worth it, I think. Hopefully. I mean, taking out hydrant heavy cruisers is important. They've only got so many of those. That's not true. They have an infinite number of those. So long as the game will keep drafting, they have an infinite number of those. I don't think the game actually keeps, like, full on track of, like, what exists in everybody's navy. Oh boy. I must play the surprised reversed. So does that mean... No. I thought it said surprised reversal. Pardon me. 2 battle stations. To the Dower Slayer. Maximum power. Repair crews. Get to work. We are going to need all the systems we can get. ECM, why would you even bother? Like we know. We've got the jump on them. It's cool, man. We have this. Okay, that 2 off. We don't need any of that. One of the cool things about having a missile boat is the fact that we have a lot more missiles to shove at people. So this is our current maximum speed. We will continue and endeavor to improve it by, well, using all of the spare parts pretty much on the engines. We've really got to get home. And I should have been paying attention, because we don't need power into the phaser capacitor to quite that extent. I don't think we have any phaser 3s. No, we don't. So there's really no point in spending, you know, so much energy on that. So let's... You first. Are we really doing faster than the missiles are capable of doing? Okay, and you're... I would fire the scatter pack at you, but I can't control that many missiles. I don't think. So I gotta wait until that hits. Leader, Destroyer, LXO. Is that LXO or LX0? I can't really tell. And he's opened up with his missile barrage as well. And we're about to run you over. Queen of Spades couldn't kill it, just in one run. So we're going to open up with 3 more missiles at you. And you shot them down. Okay, good on you. You didn't, however, defend that. You guys are just... You're making my life frustrating. Got 4 more reloads on that. Oh, we do need to kill some power here so that we can charge some power. We will keep on moving right along, as it were. Focus on you. All up and select. Let the phasers get in there. I really should be overloading these phasers, but I feel at this point there's no incentive to really worry about it. We've got these guys. On to you. Splitting the fire a bit. I know that's not traditionally a normal strategy, but this is a surprise reversed. They are helpless before us. So, split away. I don't think we're going to bother with the scatter pack. We're going to save it. Save a little cash when we come back in. We're going to need it. Perfect. The Merv did its job and killed the thing without us even having to fight it. I love Mervs. The two best weapons in this game, Mervs and Hellborers. I know, that's not at all true. It's plasma torpedoes, we all know this. But they're the ones I like the most. Okay, we took the territory, made it red. So, wonderful things going on here. Supply, hi, it's me. Give me everything. Just everything. So, restocking on missiles. We only carry 65, really? 117, so a decent amount. Our 2 shuttles from the one battle. And all the repair parts. We're going to go up to 30 Marines. We're going to keep it at 8 mines, because if we need more than that, we're probably not getting away. And repair parts. We're going to go up to 20. Splurge a little bit on repair parts, because I think we need to. 1, 3 shuttles. What have we been using, man? Well, I suppose scatter packs. To good effect, I would say. So we did have to spend quite a bit there, and I'm not quite certain that we came out of that with a positive balance. Scary, isn't it? The first of our XDDs have come on the line, so things are looking kind of interesting. Twin B-type racks, heavy disruptors which can penetrate B-types, which shock systems. They're kind of like EMP weapons half. Let's get back out there. They retook the black hole. Let's poke in here. See what this is. So, a planetary assault could go poorly. Because, or not planetary assault, but shipyard assault. Because we're running a bit low on episode time, and these have been habitually known to take a while. No. 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 Okay, so, scratch that. Shipyard assault. Totally not happening. We poked in here, we ran into the gosh darn fleet. Come about fast and hard. We are unsupported in this operation. This was only meant to be a scouting anyway. I totally meant to do that. Yes! That's what I'll tell everybody back at home, but no, we're not getting involved in that. You are a LGEX. No idea what that is, but you are big. And I might take that if that was it. Because I'm a Dreadnought too. I mean, but he's also got heavy cruiser, which is a carrier. Another heavy cruiser over here, TRX, the Palace, and a third heavy cruiser. So we're fighting 3 heavy cruisers and a Dreadnought. That's not happening. Pull into formation, gosh darn it. We've prepped a scatter pack that we're not going to use. We're just going to run. We're going to get off the map as fast as possible. And keep up, for the love of God. I'm getting worried, Vengeance. Can you pick up the pace a bit? Increase your speed. I know you can. I've flown that ship for quite a few missions. You are capable of doing 31 while just holding your disruptors. So we're going to get out of here. We're actually not capable of maintaining maximum speed. We only do 30.6. Interesting. But yeah, this scouting mission was... I don't want to call it a failure. I mean, we did find out that they're packing Dreadnought heat up here. But it is a bit of a disappointment. So, let's see. Get over the line as fast as we can. Then we gotta bail the vengeance out. Yes, the vengeance. Vengeance is, of course, a dish best served lukewarm. But no, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna then get the vengeance out of here, and we're not gonna talk about this. Although it is kind of interesting that they've got that kind of heavy firepower left. I mean, I suppose it shouldn't be. I just kind of would have expected it to be something more that would have shown up, you know, when we were taking their homeworld, and it didn't. Where's the reinforcement going to? That's right, the rear shields. The traditional Klingon glass rear shield, which we are now relying on to get us the heck out of here. Now the bright side of this is we haven't used any equipment. no missiles, no missiles, no shuttles, no nothing. So we get out of this basically fully intact without any care in the world. The downside, of course, is the disappointment of having gone on a mission and then running away, which we did a little bit during the beginning. So it's not something we're quite accustomed to while flying something so big. But it's definitely better to survive than to get yourself killed for no reason. And we would have gotten killed. So let's see what the damage is to my prestige. Not bad. They were like, yeah, that's a bit much. But I'm going to leave it there for today. That's a good place to stop the episode. They are down to 5 tiles. They've got 2 stations and a planet and a station. So this is going to be the tough nut to crack. It's only an Empire defense of 45, so it won't take that hard to crack, but it does put out a lot of influence because of the station bonus and the planet bonus. So this is going to be the main difficulty taking. But other than that, the Hydrogen campaign is definitely coming to a close, and relatively quickly. So, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode.